First thing I do is warm up the lips. Stick the tongue. I'm still just a regular guy, so I just happen to have a job that's a little unusual. Around the lips. It's called cleaning the peanut butter off. What did you do tonight today at a minute or two to two? Hi, I'm Lee Crooks, and I'm a professional voiceover artist. Around and round the rough and rugged rocks the ragged rascal ran. 7 shy soldiers salting salmon shoulder to shoulder. The big black bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled blue blood. In the voice of Walmart. We logged the miles, put in the hours, tasted a lot of fruit. I was one of the national voices for Chevy. I've been a voice for on and off for True Value for forever. State Farm, if you remember Michelob beer, I did some Michelob stuff. I've also done Bud Light. There were 2 producers, and one of them was very quiet. Finally, she goes, "Your voice sounds really familiar. Where have I heard you before?" And when I get that question, I know where they're getting at, but they don't know, they can't figure it out. And I said, "Well, do you ride the CTA?" She said, "Yeah." So what's your stop? And maybe it was Wabash. So I'll go, "This is Wabash." She jumped up and did one of those Roadrunner, like spin legs in the air moves, like, "Oh my God, you're the voice of the CTA." It started in 1998, and originally it was just the trains. And then in the mid-2000s, they added the buses. When I did my audition for the CTA, we had just gotten back from Disney World, and they have a guy, "Welcome to Disney World. This is the contemporary resort. And on this side, we have the Magic Kingdom." So I sort of did an imitation of that. I didn't hear anything for 6 months. And then suddenly my agent calls and says, "Well, they want you to read a little more, but we think you got the gig."
Walk 1 block west to the Ogilvy Transportation Center.
I used to be a recording engineer, and one day when I was thinking about doing something else, my lovely wife said, "Why don't you try voiceovers?" I said, "Okay."
Let's go ahead and pick that up again, and we're rolling. Go ahead.
Went down to Chicago, got some training, made a demo, shopped it to talent agents. They signed me right away, started sending me out on auditions, and here I am.
This is Madison and Wabash.
I started out doing commercial work, then discovered narration. Then I discovered medical narration. And then there's different styles of commercial work. And now the challenge I'm working on is audiobooks, even with a medical script.
As well as in the spleen, liver, kidneys, lungs, brain, and bone marrow.
It's acting, it's telling that story. It's telling what this drug can do to make your life better.
This leads to hemolytic anemia and hyperbilirubinemia.
Let's try that again.
Typical recording session is most of the time you haven't seen the script before, but you're reading it for the first time as if you already know this material, and that's the challenge.
Let me do that one again.
I'll have producers telling me, "Okay, can you put a little more smile into that?" Or "Let's stretch that out."
But we did it for a reason.
They're giving me direction on what they want. My job is to be a retriever catching the frisbee wherever they throw it.
Save up to $2,500 on every jacuzzi in stock.
I have to be whatever they need me to be.